the blackface run mid-6s, and then the specials are a little bit heavier, almost approaching a P90, and they're probably like high 6s, low 7s. And then this one set, in fact, what Rich has on his guitar is called a Dirty Blonde set. It has the special on the bridge and then 2 blondes in the middle and the neck. And it's just a great, great flavor. So let's, okay, everything good? We're doing okay on time? Okay, cool. Oh, no, there's more, Okay, let me have this. Don't go away. All right. I'm going to borrow, you're not leaving?
No.
Are you hungry?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. You didn't want to eat that, so you're good.
Poor guy. Hasn't eaten in 2 days. All right. Tom McKnight, who was the producer and director of this thing, has been This is Tom's guitar. What it is, it's a Les Paul, I think it's called a Traditional Pro. It comes with a 57 and then a burst bucker. And Tom says, listen, the thing sounds great. It's great. I mean, I said, do you want to make it better? You know, and at that point, you know, I'm a complete butthead. It's like, how could, you know, he just spent a lot of money on this thing. Now we want to tear it apart and make it better. So I told Tom that I would wash his car for the rest of his life. I would do his laundry if he didn't like it. So fortunately, he liked it. But what I'd like to do is just kind of give you a heads up. This set here, these are what Lollar's take on the PAFs, the patent applied for the Gibsons. So these are kind of like 58, 59, okay? These things, if you compare, I should have brought my other guitar, I didn't. I have a guitar that has PAFs on it, and this just destroys it. So take this. Okay, now, let's see, let's do, we got you happen to have a Megami. Okay, good. Tell you what, why don't we make it a little bit easier? Let's flip it around. Now, before we get started, how many of you guys have a Les Paul type setup? Okay, so typically, in the way it's set up, is toggle switch, up is neck pickup, middle is middle, and down is bridge. Everybody agree with that? Okay, all right. And then volume control for neck pickup, tone control for neck pickup, and then volume control for bridge, and tone control for bridge. The problem that I have with this is that when you're in the middle position, now you have 2 volume controls to deal with. And it's kind of a pain in the butt. So it's like, oh, this one's hotter, this is, okay. So I've rewired it so that this, what used to be the neck volume control is now the master volume control. You really only need 1 tone control on the guitar. That's right here. Here's the volume control for the neck. Here's the volume control for the bridge. But I couldn't leave it alone. Okay, so go ahead, let's just play a little bit on the neck pickup. Okay, so if we roll it down a little bit, let's play again. So it cleans up real nice. On a side note, typically when the guitars come in out of the box, as you roll down the volume, it starts to do this. Right. What happens is that as you decrease the volume, you increase the resistance. By increasing the resistance, you lose highs. That's what happens. So as you roll it down, it's like, God, it sounds so great when it's wide open. As I roll it down, I got to change the amp or whatever. So anyway, it's a very easy fix. A capacitor and a resistor, and you're done. It goes right in there, boom, done. Okay, there's a brand of capacitors that I found. That's a whole other story, but a brand called Sozo. I just love the way these things sound, and they work great. So with the Les Paul having 2 humbuckers, you have a certain flavor. When you need a single coil tone, let me stop in the middle of the song, get the Stratocaster, and come back. Who's got time to do that? So these particular pickups have 4 wires on them. So there's 2 coils, and if I'm going too fast or if I'm, you're with me, there's 2 coils in this thing. You see where the screws are? So basically what you have are 2 of these together under a cover. Okay, that's what a humbucker is. And one of them is wired 180 degrees out of phase so that it cancels out the hum, hence the word humbucker. Okay, so with single coils, when you put it on, you hear that 60-cycle hum, that okay. So the humbucker is like, it eliminated, but it also doesn't have quite the brightness, it doesn't have quite the articulation, but it still sounds good. So go ahead and play a little bit. Okay, that's on the neck pickup. Now what I'm going to do is I put it in a coil tap mode. Now here's just half the pickup. You hear that? So we roll it down a little bit. Good. Okay, here's full humbucker. You get a little bit fatter. Okay, so In doing the coil and resistor, so as we roll it down, play it again. It's cleaner, and if you need more hair on it, more gas, just let it rip. What a guy. What are you doing later? Okay, so now we put it in the middle. So here's both pickups on at the same time, both in full coil. Good. If we roll down the master, go. Just a lot, and the operation thing, and the heat, it's good. Okay, and then we go to the bridge. Here's single coil. So here's in parallel, it's these two guys on at the same time, single coil. It's almost got a telly kind of flavor to it, right? Now, the volume's going to come down because they're only using one of the coils, so, adjust for that. And then with the single tone control, let's go back here. Go ahead, play. Okay, here's on the neck pickup. I'm going to roll it down a little bit. Cleans it up. Now, listen to the tone control as I roll it down. Typically, when you take the tone control and you roll it down, it goes from this to this. There's nothing in between. Okay. So, again, using the Sozo cap, I'm using a .047 for those that are taking notes. Typically, Gibson puts a .022 in there. Using a little bit bigger value, what happens is you get more depth. Is one better than the other? No, it's just that I found the 4.7 just works better. Okay, so let's go ahead, start playing. I'm just going to roll it down. Okay, here's wide open. Keep going. Good. There's more. So the range that you have on this thing is like this, as opposed to from this to this. So that's what happens when using that type of capacitor. Mark Ski would just not leave me alone if I didn't make the change. So in order to just add more stuff in here, these pickups, when they're on like this, it's called parallel. What happens is, let's give these guys numbers. Let's give this guy, say, a number 7 as an impedance, and this a number 8. So if we combine it, take it in half, we got about 3.5, 4, somewhere in there. So the lower the impedance, the brighter the pickup is going to be. When we put it in series, we now have a total of 15. The mid-range really comes forward. Okay, so listen to what happens here. So this is parallel, both pickups. Go. Okay, now here's series. Do it, keep going. You hear that mid-range come forward? Okay, so that's what's going on there. So you could also do this, let's say, in single coil. I'm going to play it now. Do it again. Okay, so that's series. So this basically the master volume control now becomes a series parallel switch. The tone control, because Mark said, Rick, you got to do more, so I did. So we'll put this thing out of phase. Listen to what this sounds like. So what happens is all the mid-range just went away. So you got all this stuff going on. So for those, do it again. Now you can, if you vary the volume between, let's say, the neck and the bridge, let's say roll down the bridge a little bit, listen to what you get. So you can introduce that out of phase thing if you want it. And you could do it, let's say, with more bridge and less neck. Go for it. So the goal for me here was to have the Les Paul more versatile for different type of music. I'm probably playing with 4 or 5 different bands at any one time, and I got to have the Swiss Army knife when I need it. So that's kind of what this is all about. So what do you guys think? Cool? Okay, cool. Okay. You're not done yet. All right. So these are the Lollar Imperials. Okay, that's his humbuckers. This is a Les Paul special. This is a 95. This was a reissue of a 59, the double cut. There's two cutaways. I first got this guitar with a single cut, and what I found was that the fret access was really almost impossible. So I immediately got rid of that and found this one. These came with P90s. P90s sound great. The thing that I can't deal with is the noise. I mean, it's just a real bad hum. So without having to route the guitar, these mini humbuckers fit like a glove. So that's kind of what I did. Of course, you can see I've got a Bigsby on this thing. The nice thing about this is a company called Vibramate. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a plate right underneath here. So the stop tailpiece comes out. This plate fits right in there. It screws in. So the Bigsby screws into the plate. So if I ever want to put it back to regular, just take all the screw off, boom, done. And Mark, this is almost what yours is going to look like. There's also this company called Vibramate came out with this product called the spoiler. This thing actually attaches to the inside of the Bigsby. So you know how it is, for those of you that have Bigsbys, when the string breaks and you have to put it back in there, it's a bear. Yeah, it is a total pain in the ass. So this actually, you can check them out later, and you can see that the string just fits right in here, the ball, and right in there, boom, done. String change takes seconds. And Mark, you'll have one of these. There you go. One of these days. No rush, huh?
Do you have those, Rick?
Sorry?
What is that called?
This is called the spoiler?
Do you have those?
Yeah.
You don't have one with you, do you?
I got one on the guitar. Oh, you mean to, oh, no. Okay, so here's the same setup as Tom's guitar. So these are mini humbuckers, and this body wood is all mahogany. On a Les Paul, this is a mahogany body with a maple top. How many of you guys honestly believe that the wood makes a difference in how the guitar sounds? Yeah, I do too. You know, what do you think, Bobby? Whatever, huh? Cool.
I think everything matters.
Yeah, exactly. Rich's point is well taken. Everything matters. Everything in the chain matters.
Too. If you feel like it's solid, you know,
Yeah.
your head's in the right place, you're playing your best.
You're absolutely right. Okay, so there's also the bridge. It's a company called Tone Pros. So I like this because you can tie or screw in the bridge into the post, and it makes it a little bit stronger, and it gives it more vibration and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's see what you got here. So this is the neck pickup. Do it again. So it sounds a little bit darker than the Les Paul, doesn't it? So maybe the mahogany does have something to do with it. I don't know, but I'm thinking it does. Okay, go for it. So that's a mini humbucker on single coil. So let's do, here's the bridge. Single coil. And here's both in single coil and parallel. It almost approaches a Telecaster kind of thing going on there. And here's in series. So series, both full coils. Out of phase. You're just having too much fun with this, aren't you?